I'm Patsy, standing in the middle of the bustling Millfield Farmers Market. Surrounded by a growing crowd, I feel a mix of nervousness and determination. My sister, Ava, is standing across from me, her face red with anger, as she tries to deny my claims of her stealing my recipes. The evidence lies open on the table between us, a thick folder filled with receipts, Instagram posts, and my culinary school notebook. My mother, Mrs. Henderson, is pushing through the crowd, her Sunday best fluttering in the breeze, her eyes wide with shock and anger. It all started way back, in a small town where everyone knew each other's business. My family, the Hendersons, were a well-known name in Millfield. My father, Mr. Henderson, was a respected banker who had recently retired. My mother, Mrs. Henderson, was the president of the local garden club and considered herself the heart of the community. My older sister, Ava, married a wealthy real estate agent, Ethan, 15 years ago. They had 3 kids, a huge mansion on the outskirts of town, and a fleet of luxury cars. I, on the other hand, had a different path. I graduated from a well-known culinary school in Chicago. At 26, I married Tom. He seemed charming at first, but soon turned out to be controlling. He monitored my every move, decided who I could be friends with, and even took control of our finances. When I found out he had emptied our joint account without telling me, I filed for divorce. I was 30 then, and I had a 4-year-old daughter, Mia, and a 1-year-old son, Max. I moved back to Millfield, renting a small apartment near my parents. With a second-hand mixer and a cottage food license, I started my home-based bakery, Sweet Delights. I spent countless late nights developing my own recipes for chocolate lava cakes, blueberry cheesecake tarts, and lavender honey cookies. Slowly but surely, I built a small but loyal customer base, and my Instagram following began to grow. However, my parents never forgave me for the divorce. It wasn't that they liked Tom, they hardly knew him. But in their eyes, leaving a marriage was a sin. After the divorce, the change in their attitude was palpable. My mother stopped inviting me over for Sunday dinners, and my father's visits became rare. Meanwhile, Ava's kids had elaborate birthday parties at my parents' house, with live bands, clowns, and custom-made cakes. When Ava's youngest, Leo, turned 8, my parents spent over $5,000 on the party. I found out because my mother boasted about it at a family gathering. That same month, Max turned 5. My mother said they were short on money and sent a $25 gift card, which arrived a week late. Mia noticed the difference, and she stopped asking to visit Grandma's house. One day, over coffee at my parents' kitchen, I tried to talk to my mother about it. "Mom, the kids notice. They see the difference," I said calmly. My mother stirred her coffee, not looking at me. "Ava needs more support. Ethan works long hours, and you've always been so independent." "Consider it a compliment," she replied. After that, I stopped arguing. I stopped expecting them to understand. But I couldn't say no to Mia. Every few weeks, she would look at me with those big, innocent eyes and ask, "Mom, can we go see Grandma? Maybe she'll play cards with me this time." So, I started going only on holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter if the weather was nice. On Thanksgiving morning, the kitchen smelled of cinnamon and vanilla. Max was sitting on the counter, licking the batter off a spoon, while Mia was at the table, wrapping a handmade card for her grandma. I put my signature chocolate lava cake in a carrier. This was the dish everyone raved about at family gatherings, but my mother always took the credit. I never bothered to correct her. It was too much of a hassle. We drove to my parents' house. When we arrived, Ava's shiny Mercedes was already in the driveway, and Ethan's BMW was parked beside it. Inside, the dining table was set for 10. There were small, glittery gift bags at the places of Ava's kids, but at Mia's and Max's places, there was nothing but their name cards. I stared at the empty spots for a moment, then set the cake carrier on the counter. No one even glanced at it. My father shook my hand, not a hug, just a cold handshake. During dinner, my mother talked non-stop about Ava's new beach house, Ethan's latest real estate deal, and Leo's soccer achievements. I mentioned that Sweet Delights had been accepted for a booth at the upcoming Millfield Spring Farmers Market. My mother quickly changed the subject. Pass the gravy, dear. Before dessert, my mother stood up. Grandpa and I have something special for the grandkids who made us proud this year, she announced. She walked to Leo's chair first and handed him a gift bag. He pulled out a high-end gaming console, worth around $500. Ava's other kids also received expensive gifts. Max looked at me, confused. Where's ours, Mom? He whispered. Mia didn't ask, she already understood. Leo put on his new headphones and laughed. Guess they didn't earn one. No one corrected him. My mother sipped her wine. My father stared at his plate, and Ava and Ethan pretended not to notice. I felt my blood boil, but I held back. I stood up. Mia, Max, get your coats. We're going home. My mother tried to stop me. Patsy, you're overreacting. But I was done. I wrapped my cake in a tea towel and walked out with my kids. At home, I sent a text to the family group chat. Don't invite us again. We're not your punching bag. Within seconds, my phone started ringing. My mother, father, and Ava called non-stop. I ignored them. I knew I had to do something, but I wasn't sure what yet. Over the next few weeks, things got worse. My mother started spreading rumors about me in the community. She told people that I had abandoned the family on Thanksgiving and was being selfish. Some of my regular customers stopped ordering from me, and my business started to suffer. Then, in late January, a friend, Lucy, who owned a flower shop, sent me a screenshot of Ava's new Instagram account, Ava's Baked Wonders. The bio said, family recipes made with love. But every single item on her menu was the same as mine: chocolate lava cakes, blueberry cheesecake tarts, and lavender honey cookies. She even claimed that our grandmother had taught her these recipes, but our grandmother had never baked a day in her life. I checked the county food license database and found out that Ava was operating without a proper license. I was furious, but I knew I needed to be smart. I called a small business attorney, Mr. Thompson. He told me that I had a strong case based on prior use. He advised me to keep documenting everything, every post, every comment, and every order Ava took. In late February, I got a call from the market coordinator, Mrs. Jenkins. She told me that another bakery had applied for a booth, and the product line was very similar to mine. I knew it was Ava. Her Instagram followers were growing, and she had Ethan's money to back her marketing. My orders were dropping, and I was worried. One Wednesday evening, Lucy called me in a panic. Patsy, come to the shop right away. There's something you need to see. When I got there, she showed me a group chat screenshot. It was a conversation between my mother, Ava, and my father, dated 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. My mother had written, "Get gift bags for Ava's kids, not Patsy's. She needs to learn a lesson." Ava replied, "Ethan can get the gifts at a discount." My father had asked, "Is this really necessary?" And my mother had answered, "If she wants to be part of this family, she needs to show her place." I was devastated. It wasn't about the gifts. It was about the deliberate exclusion and the plan to punish me. I knew I had to fight back. On the day of the farmer's market, I arrived early to set up my booth. Mia insisted on coming with me, and she helped me arrange the samples. Ava arrived later, with a professional vinyl banner and fancy packaging. She didn't even look at me. As the day went on, customers started to notice the similarity between our products. A woman tasted our chocolate lava cakes and said, "These taste exactly the same." I calmly replied, "They should. It's my recipe." Around 11:15, Ava walked over to my booth. "You need to stop telling people I copied you. It's embarrassing," she said. I looked at her. "I haven't told anyone anything, but the evidence speaks for itself." She crossed her arms. "These are family recipes. Mom taught us both." I replied, "Mom told me last week they were family recipes, but you told Instagram our grandmother taught you. Which is it?" Her face turned red. "You've always been jealous of me. You couldn't keep a husband, and now you're trying to ruin my business," she said. But she stopped when she realized people were listening. I reached into my tote and pulled out the folder Mr. Thompson had helped me prepare. I opened it and showed her my cottage food license, dated 2 years ago, 153 order receipts, 28 Instagram posts with original recipe photos, and my culinary school notebook. I also laid out the laminated timeline, showing that Sweet Delights had been established long before Ava's Baked Wonders. Just then, my mother pushed through the crowd. "What are you doing?"
"Stop making a scene," she said.
I looked at her. "I'm not making a scene, Mom. I'm showing the truth." I then pulled out the group chat screenshots. My mother's face went white. Ava tried to deny everything, but a customer interrupted her. "These documents have dates on them. It's clear what's going on." Ethan, who had been standing behind Ava, took a step back. He looked at the folder and then at Ava, realizing the truth for the first time. Mrs. Jenkins, the market coordinator, stepped forward. "I've reviewed the vendor applications and the county licensing records.
Yes.
Patsy's cottage food license for Sweet Delights predates the competing application by 23 months. The overlapping product descriptions have been flagged, and I'll be forwarding the matter to the county food safety office for review." Ava walked back to her booth in silence. Ethan and the kids followed. My mother and father left through the south entrance. At my booth, a line formed. People were eager to support me. Mia held up a sign she had drawn during the confrontation. "Sweet Delights. We earned it." That evening, as I drove home, I felt a sense of relief. I knew I had made the right decision. I typed a message in the family group chat. "I wish you well, but we're done. Don't contact me or my children." I left the group chat and blocked my mother and Ava's numbers. I kept my father's number unblocked, not because I expected him to change, but because I hoped one day he would find the courage to do the right thing. In the following months, Sweet Delights thrived. The trademark opposition went through, and Ava's application was rejected. Her Instagram account went quiet, and my business continued to grow. I started a new tradition, Sweet Thanksgiving, in May. I invited Lucy and her husband. Mia set the table, and Max put a paper crown on the neighbor's dog. I bought 2 shiny gift bags and filled them with homemade treats for Mia and Max. I used to think family meant putting up with anything, but now I know that family means being there for those who are there for you. I chose my kids, my work, and myself, and I'd make the same choice again.